My gun is the last line of defense I have against a tyrannical government. Nigga, let me clarify some things from this video because a lot of people have been taking it the wrong way. First off, this was not me arguing against the Second Amendment. My dad owns like 4 guns. Most of my friends own guns. Most of my family owns guns. I'll probably own a gun at some point someday too, once I take a class and somehow get $400 out of the ether. If you want to own a gun for personal defense, that's your decision, bruh. Like, I don't care. Guns are pretty cool. Some would argue they're pretty radical, dude. I was making fun of people that think that their gun is going to be able to stop the United States government should it choose to go, you know, full Heydrich Fieldheim, you know, full Adolf, nigga, like full 40s Germany, you know what I'm saying? That's because all the government would have to do is turn you into an other and then drone your neighborhood. What does it mean to be turned into an other, you may ask? Well, let me give you an example. How many times have you seen black people get lit up by the police for running away or selling loose cigarettes or having a Wiimote on their front porch or having a toy gun and being 12 or having a legally owned firearm and getting their house broken into by the cops at 3 a.m. and then getting shot in their own bed or or selling CDs, or running away because they're behind on their child support payments, or fucking having a legally owned firearm, not shooting anybody, pointing that gun at the floor, and still getting executed by the police, and fucking nothing happening. Getting their apartment broken into by a police officer, and then getting lit up on their couch, and then, like, all of a sudden the news knows that they had weed crumbs on their beard.
Alright, so at this point, I feel like this dude is trying to, like, describe every fucking situation we've ever had.
He's like,
I'm literally naming everybody.
Naming off the ops right now. Like, who?
You naming everyone.
You got something against these people?
Like, shit, damn. I mean, you can get to your point without. Yeah. Like, I understand we're on number.
You got a whole scroll. All right, we're on number 15 out of 67.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, just get to the rest of the point. We understand. We be getting fucked. We be getting the bad end of the stick. Just get to the fucking point.
You see it all the time, and then what happens? What happens? They release some information, and all of a sudden, people are just like, "Why was he running away? Why was he wearing a mask even though it was like 3 degrees when he got his ass beat by the police? Why was he out past curfew? Fucking, why was he born black? Why would he shoot at the police even though they're breaking into his house and yelling? You already see it. It already happens." Or when all those protests happened in 2020 and people started getting taken away in fucking vans and getting shot in the head with non-lethal rounds. Of course he got shot in the head with a non-lethal round. He was out past curfew. Of course, what are they even protesting about, bro? You had to go back inside the house at 8 p.m. Of course you got taken away in a fucking unmarked van like this is communist Russia. They turned those people into others and then got the majority of people to hate them. Others, man. You really think they won't do that shit to you if they see you as a fucking threat? They could blow up half a city block right now and just be like, these people were Antifa, neo-Nazi, ISIS affiliates fueled by CRT and abortion. And half the country would be on their side immediately, without question, no questions asked, absolutely no investigation, nothing. They wouldn't even need evidence to prove that. Like, bro, it's not that hard, especially not in the US. You know how fucking gullible the people here are? This is crazy. Like, you don't even need that much information to fucking... Like, we've had others since, like, the beginning of this country. That's what I was saying. You don't own a gun to do.
So that's what I get for not watching the whole video before I presented it for this video. I gotta fix that down the road. As for the start of this fucking point, I just want to point out, like, their argument is always, and I understand this is already mad political, I understand that their argument is, oh, you think your little guns are gonna stop the entire United States military from just fucking our shit up? And I'm like, first of all, no. But then again, our guns don't have to stop the entire United States military from fucking our shit up. Mm-hmm. Because on one part, if we get wiped out, like just, they're like fucking taking out blocks and blocks of stuff, how badly is that going to damage the infrastructure of the corporations and the businesses that keep America afloat? You're taking out the legs of the table. Like, the working people is the legs of the table.
Yes and no. There's a few examples. So there's like since they're talking about, black people just being killed, for doing nothing
I feel
wrong.
like he got off
So
topic.
there is the massacre on Black Wall Street where they burnt down like several blocks of like the largest.
Yeah, but Black Wall Street didn't sustain the entire United
No, it
States
did not.
economy.
But I'm just saying, it is not anything that has not happened before for the U.S. government to essentially promote terrorist attacks on a group of people that they don't like.
Yeah.
There was the bombing of the fucking Black Panthers headquarters, or where they thought was the Black Panthers headquarters, where the FBI and the Philadelphia Police Department dropped C4 out of a helicopter to bomb a building, and they only end up killing like 2 of the people that they wanted to, and just a bunch of kids and women that were completely innocent. And then the next day proceeded to have the city burn down that entire block of houses. Like there's like 60-something houses that got burned down the next day. Like there's just crazy shit the government's done, but like that shit's just not in the. It's not in any textbooks that you find in school.
But the thing is, that was a demographic. Assuming that demographic had been wiped out, what else did America have? The rest of the white people and the Hispanics and the Asians that complied and kept the country afloat.
Absolutely.
But in this situation, we're talking about the government versus the entire United States. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, fucking Honduran, and all the other cultures and, colors. So, if they were, in theory, to just go ahead and take out everybody, who's gonna keep America afloat for all the rich people in the government so that they don't have to work? Nobody. Because we're all gonna be mostly dead or wiped out. So, with that being said, they're not going to do that because they understand in the long run it's going to completely damage their ability to make money and continue their cushy lifestyle. B, the most important part, imagine telling little E4, E5, hey, I need you to go drop
For those
this.
that don't know, E4, E5, those are ranks in the military.
Yeah. Well, bad. Imagine telling a little E4, E5, hey, I need you to go drop this whatever on goddamn buttfuck middle of nowhere, Kentucky, because we believe there's people meeting up there.
Yeah.
Little E4, E5 is sitting up there like, I'm from there. That's my hometown. You want me to drop shit on my hometown? I don't even like these motherfuckers, but
Yeah.
that's my hometown. You've already got a conflict of, and then it's like, all right, we won't get you to do it, we'll get you to do it. And then only it takes 2 seconds for the thought to be like, what do they want me to bomb my shit next?
Well, I'll play devil's advocate here. I had a good point and I forgot what I was going to say. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not going to say the government's going to do that or anything.
Oh, they wouldn't.
And the situation,
They
like,
can't.
for devil's advocate though, there's always going to be outsourcing as an available option when it comes, because you mentioned like corporations and large businesses or whatever. Because almost all of the business that we have in this country, like when I say business, I mean as far as products that we buy, are all outsourced. Everything is outsourced.
Who's gonna buy it if we
essentially.
dead though? Exactly. Who's gonna buy this
No,
shit?
I'm not saying that's gonna happen.
You can
I'm not
outsource
saying
it.
that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying in a hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
Because of course this is all.
But you can't
hypothetical.
stop a civil war from happening.
I
Civil
mean-
war isn't gonna be.
I say it's on the rise. It's coming.
I don't want to say it's not gonna be the government promoting it or like pushing it,
Oh no, we're definitely.
which it
gonna
could
take
be.
off.
But at the end of the day, it's people that get whatever information they're receiving, whether it be incorrect or correct. It's gonna be the people behind it that are the ones that are the driving factor behind it. Whether or not there's outside influence, it's the people themselves that are living there that are going to be the ones that push that civil war.
Yeah, I mean, I think I say it's on the way, and the only reason I think it's on the way is because people are getting stepped on a lot as of recently.
They've always been.
And they've been always getting, of course, they've always been stepped on, but now
In what way though? What do you mean?
we're being, the government is abusing its power and they're kind of abusing us as a people, right?
Yeah.
And since they're abusing us as a people, and for some reason, and we're kind of gaining an amount of existentialism to be like, they shouldn't be doing that. That's some nonsense. Why is this happening? Why is that happening?